Hello, everyone. I'm Drew, Cody said. I am the owner of 3D Wellness in New Berlin, Wisconsin. That is a center that I opened up to train clinicians and doctors about the standard process and MediHerb line, to train them how to muscle test, and to train them how to determine and correctly apply different food strategies with their clients and patients. I've been working in the field of nutrition since 2006, and I've been seeing clients since 2009. For the longest time when I would give presentations, I would be really worried. Oh man, in the room with all these chiropractors and these dentists, these nurses, these massage therapists, and for sure they have seen way more client and patient interactions than I've ever seen. What could I possibly have to offer them? And 5 years ago I met Cody, and I said that to Cody. And Cody said, just because they know more than you doesn't mean that you don't know something they don't know. And it completely shifted my mindset about presentations. So big thanks to Cody for helping me and for setting up this whole thing. Everyone, if you would, for Cody. When I was 25 years old, I got Lyme disease. And I did everything that my doctors, plural, told me to do. I took a full month course of antibiotics. I took oral steroids. I got cortisone injections in my knees, which is where the majority of my symptoms were. And on 2 separate visits to the rheumatologist, I had 12 ounces of fluid pulled out of each knee. Even after doing all that, I still had all my symptoms. So I doubled down on the work I had started to do. And I decided I was going to fix myself. Every article I read, at the end of it, said, and if this doesn't work for you, you probably have a dysfunctional thymus gland. And then I'd read the next article. And it said, and if you do this and it doesn't work for you, your spleen probably isn't functioning correctly. And then the third article. By the way, if this doesn't work, your bone marrow is all jazzed up. Work on your bone marrow. So modern medicine had failed me, and all these articles telling me to do the things I had already done said, look at the organs associated with the immune system. Didn't want to ask modern medicine about it, so I asked Dr. Royal Lee. Started to read all of his research from the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s, okay? And he shared information about how to support a thymus gland so it can function correctly. He wrote about the spleen and how to nourish up a spleen. And he loved talking about bones and bone marrow. He was a dentist, right? Guy knew teeth. He knew bones in and out. And through applying what he had studied, what he had researched, and the products that he made, I was able to get over Lyme using standard process and MediHerb supplements. Now, the universe plays no jokes. It knew that I had sorted out how to help people deal with Lyme. And all of a sudden, all these people were knocking on my door at my clinic. Hey, I'm here. I don't expect you to be able to help me. I've seen 3, 4, 5 other people already. I'm still sick. I have Lyme disease. But if you could help me, I'd really like you to. And again, I was like, hey, I had Lyme disease. And the look on a person's face when they know that you know, just incredible. And I was able to help people with Lyme using standard process and MediHerb. So what I'm going to present today has a lot to do with the immune system and how to support it. Again and again, you're going to hear me correlate it to what organ is underperforming, what organ or gland needs nourishment. And I'm also going to give you case studies, people I've worked with, so that this afternoon or tomorrow or Monday when you're back in your office, hopefully you can remember the story I gave about Viranon or astragalus complex. And then you go, oh, Drew sounded like that. This patient is sounding like that. I should check andrographis complex. Does that sound good? Cool. Oh, and I love teaching. So if you have questions, please ask them. Just get my attention. You can raise your hand, do whatever. Get my attention. I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. All right, if you have further questions for me in the future, grab your pens and your paper or get out your cell phone and all that good stuff. Every Wednesday, I do a free workshop online. If you're in the New Berlin area, come to my place. I've got chairs for butts. Have a seat, hang out with us, learn something. But every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, I stream a free workshop on my Instagram. And starting next month, it'll also be on my YouTube. I'll be streaming from 2 different cameras at the same time. I feel like I live in the future. On Instagram, It's at DDD, those are my initials, Drew Devin Detzner, DDD Wellness. Look that up. You don't have to have an Instagram account to watch it. It's way easier to watch it if you do have an Instagram account. And then if you just go to YouTube and you search for Drew Detzner, you'll find me. Last name is Detzner. And if you want to just call me to ask questions, I like to talk to people. I'm one of those people who actually calls people to talk and doesn't just text. Okay? So if you call me, a human's going to answer my phone. Okay? It's probably going to be me. And that phone number is 262 505 5012. I'm not in my office every day, but I call people back. I love to talk on the phone. And tell me how I know you so that I can be like, oh, right, okay, yeah, you're sitting at that table at the gotcha thing in Appleton. Cool. Yeah. And thanks again for listening and participating. Very good.